So Donald Trump just implemented an order to freeze federal funding. Because those funds are now frozen, these are the programs that will be affected. Medicaid, which provides health care for millions of people across the country. School lunch and breakfast programs for our students who can't afford to get a meal otherwise. Section 8, that's housing assistance. The first is soon coming. And if you obtain Section 8 housing benefits, you might want to make some calls because, yeah, the first will soon be here. Title I education grants, yeah, the funding that they send to schools all across the nation. TANF, that's your welfare, that's your food stamps, that's your WIC payments. All of that falls underneath that. State grants for child care. If you get assistance from the state and that assistance, that funding is provided by our federal government, yeah, you're going to have some problems. The Head Start program, if the funding comes from the federal government, that's going to be a problem. And it goes on and on. That special supplement program, that's for WIC. Millions of families across the country get assistance through WIC. When I was pregnant, I got assistance through WIC. Housing and urban development. Just think, were you getting a housing loan through HUD? You might want to make some calls because that loan, if you were a part of a first-time home buyers program that was being funded through HUD, yeah, you might want to make some calls, especially if you have a closing date. And the EPA grant program, Environmental Protection Agency, all of this was a part of Project 2025. All of this. None of this comes as a shock to me. What comes as a shock to me is that Medicare and Social Security is not on this list. But all of this was talked about in Project 2025. And so when Donald Trump lied to your face and said he knew nothing about Project 2025, and when you look at all that he has implemented that is a part of Project 2025, and you fell for that shit, him telling you that he didn't know anything about it, you can thank y'all president, because a lot of these programs are used by white Americans. Poor white Americans benefit the most from these programs. And we've been watching you celebrate how he is ripping apart the Mexican community as he moves to work his immigration policy, as he does what he promised that he was going to do out there on the campaign trail. I've been watching you celebrate. I've been watching you post saying this is exactly what I voted for. I will be watching to see what it is that you have to say about this. Yeah.